Once we know the truth about Muhammad and Islam, historic, orthodox Islam, as started by Muhammad, then the question is, all right, what should we do? Our ultimate goal is to protect ourselves, but it's more than that. We want to prevail. They've declared war on us. Islam has declared war on all other religions, and our goal is to win the war. And there's been a lot of defeats in the last 1,400 years. Okay? Don't kid yourself. Istanbul used to be Constantinople. That beautiful church, Hagia Sophia, was stolen by the Muslims after they killed the priests and raped the nuns and slaughtered heaven knows how many people in the church who had fled there for sanctuary. Now, there are specific steps that we can take to prevail, and that's what I want to talk about for the next couple of days. All right, just some hands-on ways that we can move the ball towards victory instead of continuing to step back and being confused by apologists like Islam, or rather like Obama or CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations, who lie to us as a matter of course. As individuals and communities, in domestic public policy, in foreign policy, there are ways that we can take steps to prevail. And I've looked at Winston Churchill many times on this program. And one of the things that sets Churchill apart is that he knew his enemy. His foresight and his courage helped save Judeo-Christian civilization from the Nazis. And Churchill also provided us with a warning. Appeasing your enemy does not stop your enemy. Appeasing your enemy strengthens your enemy. Before World War II, the leaders of England and France and multiple other European nations adopted the policy of appeasement. They gave Hitler what he wanted. They caved into his demands. They looked the other way when he violated treaties, when he assassinated political enemies, when he invaded weak nations and brutally persecuted and slaughtered the Jews. The French and the British leadership just kept appeasing. Those who had the power to stop Hitler refused to do so. And appeasing the Nazis at that time ensured that the world would be plunged into world war and that tens of millions of lives would be lost. Lives that probably would have been spared were it not for the madness, the insanity of appeasement. And this fatal mistake must not be repeated. Islam cannot be appeased. You cannot appease a religion that is committed to your destruction, your death, or your enslavement. It cannot be appeased. Muhammad's marching orders to conquer the world for his religion cannot be wished away. We look at current Islamic terrorism as if it were something new. No. It's never ceased. Just think about this. In the last century, over 1 million Armenian Christians were slaughtered in Turkey by Muslims in the 20th century because they were Christians. That's where the word genocide was coined. Did you know that? It wasn't coined with the Jews. It was coined with the Christians in Turkey who were brutally murdered by the Muslims. From the dawn of Islam to the present day, every century has seen tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands, slaughtered, and many more women and children enslaved. Sex slaves, young boys who were Christians turned into monsters, warriors, janissaries they were called, for Islam. In every century, Muslim armies and terrorists have destroyed churches and synagogues. So as we consider ways to defeat this menace, we would do well to remember that millions and millions of men, women, and children have already been crushed under the heel of Muhammad. And contrary to anything Obama says, or anything Secretary of State says, or anything the Attorney General says, this is a warning to us, all right? Their demise serves as our warning. Let us heed that warning.